older student. I was getting back into school after being out for a while, and I knew that I would need some additional supports, and I had found out about the Single Mom Scholars program through ICS, and I heard wonderful things about it, just that they offered additional resources for me that wouldn't be available to me if I wasn't in the program. So I'm going to school for mechatronics, or automated industrial technology, which is basically learning to control machinery through programming and electric controls. I wanted to get into something that was a technology field, right? I mean, that's the future. Obviously, I wanted to make more money. And so it just fascinated me. It seemed like that's really where the world is going, is robotics and automation. Yeah, it was super interesting. It wasn't something I knew a lot about, but now that I've gotten into the program, I just absolutely love it. Being in this program and going to school, I proved myself that I can do these things, and I've shocked myself in some of the stuff I've been able to accomplish. So that right there is a source of self-confidence, and helps you to realize that those things are all temporary. So 5 years ago, I was in an abusive relationship, and I had a substance abuse problem, and I was basically homeless, and just felt really down on myself. And so, like I said, my life is drastically different now. I don't think I'll ever go back to that. I hope I never go back to that, but the self-confidence that I have in myself now is not something that I had before, and so I hope to be a source of inspiration that maybe other people or other women who don't feel like they can do better or could do better, that you absolutely can.
The Single Mom Scholar Program is a two-gen approach to lifting people out of poverty. And the women that are part of the program are not just focusing on their degrees or their careers, but they are building a network of support around them. And the program is really unique in that it doesn't just focus on getting them to those educational goals or just getting that career. It really is a holistic approach to the whole family. And when we talk about 2Gen, that's exactly what we mean. Someone working to get their way through their degree is not only doing it for themselves, but they're doing it for their kids, and they're looking into their kids' futures. And when a young child sees their mom doing everything possible to get through school, the effect that has on their future and their motivation and their desires is unmatched. So when we talk about bringing these women together, we have 30, 40 personalities and perspectives around the room that have been through so much in life, and now they've set all the determination and all of their energy towards this goal together. It's moving, and you can feel it, it's palpable. That is what empowerment is in Single Mom Scholars. It's the collective journey together, knowing that you have your sister to support you, knowing that you have your friend to lean on, knowing that you have a group to be part of where you feel naturally accepted and don't have a story to tell, and you don't have to justify anything, and you don't have to ask. It's like there's just this place of acceptance within the group where women know that they're accepted and that they're loved for who they are.
So I was referred to the Single Mom Scholar Program through one of the administrative at the college, and they said that being a single mom, that there's a lot of help for us out there. Before I went back to school, I had just gone through a divorce, and it was actually my attorney who told me that I needed to go back to school because I wanted to be able to support my kids on my own and not have to depend on anybody else. And I was already in the dental field. I was a dental assistant for 13 years already, and I had actually always wanted to go back and do hygiene. but just being a mom already, that was going to be really challenging. But I had a really great support system with my family and my friends and my community, my church family. So kind of all together, we made the decision, and I had enough help that I could go back. So I put in the time and I was able to graduate. I think the most important aspect of the program is having the whole community of the single mom scholars, all of us kind of being able to band together and lean on each other and know that we're going through the same struggles, because you do miss out on a lot of family time. And I think that was the biggest struggle going back to school, is that sacrifice with the family. But having that little group to get together regularly and check in with each other and hear the same stories that you're going through, the struggles at home, but also having the kids get together regularly and know that they're going through the same thing as well. So I think it was a really great community for the kids and for me also getting through the program. So I think that the program had a really good impact on my kids, being able to form some new friendships with kids that their mom's also going to school and also isn't home a lot, and just being able to have that bond formed with those kids. They made a couple really nice friendships while they were in there, and just getting to spend that weekend time together when we got together for our group meetings. I think it helped the kids to just feel a little bit more stable during that whole time.
One time we went down to the big stadium with our group, and we got to have hot chocolate, and we got new shoes and clothes, and it was really fun going there. I want to try to run a pet hotel for pets, so then they can have their own little room to be in. I'm going to be an artist when I'm older.
You know, I think I would want people to know that it's definitely possible. And, you know, if you put in the hard work and you get plugged into the right communities, you can achieve so much. And the whole process is just such a blessing. And just to see what we came from and where we are now, it's just, it's incredible. You know, when you first start out, you don't think it's going to be possible. And then you wake up one day and you're like, wow, I did it, you know, and this is our life now.
I had a single mom who lost a parent recently, and going through that, being with her, being able to text her and give her encouragement and give her a voice of comfort was, I didn't see it like that at the time, but to me it was very impactful because she looked to me as an extra support system in a time that is so tragic for most. And I was there, and she decided that I can be another support in that sense. And going through that with her was one of the most honest and saddest times that I have ever had with one of my scholars. Being a single mom myself at one point in my life was one of the most tremendous and trying times that I've ever had to go through. Having to put a roof over my kid's head, working full-time, going to school full-time. Single Mom Scholar Program is really important to me because I was raised by a single mom and with 3 degrees, always struggling to get ahead in life. And what she taught us was working hard, going to school. Those were the 2 most important things. As a single parent, raising 6 kids and doing it all on her own, that really hits close to home for me. Being the program coordinator for the Single Mom Scholar Program has been a very rewarding job. I love my job every day. I love the people that I interact with, the scholars who are there day in and day out. I get to talk with, connect with, and go with them on their journey, their academic journey, their life struggles, and be another listening ear, another support system. And to me, that is really important as far as being in the position that I am, because these women are so strong. They're so amazing in so many different ways. They live through life with confidence and strength, endurance, resiliency, and this program provides that support to make sure that they can move on into a better life.
Being new to Tucson, moved here from Colorado with my 3 boys, not really knowing anyone. We left all of our belongings in Colorado, just kind of got up and left, feeling the need for change. And when we got out here, we didn't know anyone, so we didn't really know what resources to tap into. So I just was online searching for resources and stuff, and I had stopped by ICS for a food box. Once I got the food box, I had got a pamphlet that kind of gave me a listing of all the things that you guys offer. So I'm like, I'll go check it out on the website. And when I went to the website, I seen that they had all these different programs, and I'm like, well, Single Mom Scholars, I read what it was about, what they offer, and I'm like, well, let me just apply. It couldn't hurt. I just have more of a hope to keep going. It's been a lot, you know. Unfortunately, my mom passed away last week. I just want to keep doing what I set out to do, which is change and be a part of that change I want to see, you know. And I'm great because my mom was great, and I get it from her no matter how close or distant we were. Like, I'm who I am because of who she was. And so that's important to me, to keep pushing, be that change I want to see, and then teach my boys, you know, how to be better, because like I am mom and dad to them. So how I move, what I do, how I do it is important to me, because I don't want them to just hear what I'm saying. I want to show them. I want them to know that you're not alone. You know, I'm not just asking you to do something that I haven't already done or that is not doable. So just having the program as a support to help me on this journey has just been awesome, because I need that. And I'm so used to doing everything by myself, you know. So you guys are like my extended family. You know, when I call you and just reach to you, you send me positive, encouraging words. Like, that means so much.
My mom's like my inspiration. Like, before my little brothers even came, it's always been me and her. So she's always been the person I looked up to, always wanted to be like, and she's my twin. So it's always been just that resemblance and just me looking up to her, because that's the only person I've ever really had.
Being a single mom is challenging. You know, I try to choose my words wisely, because I believe that there's power in life and death in the tongue. So I won't say that it's hard, even though it can be. It's more challenging because it just seems like we're always multitasking. It's the job that never ends. So I would just say, for any single mom that's out there, you know, trying to make it, just persevere, keep pushing, don't give up, you know, and just allow everything that they're going through to be a growth experience. So they're not just going through it, they're growing through it, because these babies are the future and they're looking to us. So if they see change and progression for the betterment, no matter what they're subjected to or facing, I think we bounce hope off each other. Future-wise, I just want to get my babies all off to college. My oldest son is already graduated and doing online classes. My 16-year-old, he's looking forward to graduating so he can go to college. My 10-year-old, he's still like just my baby, trying to figure things out, but enjoying his schoolwork in the process and building Legos. So mainly just secure my catering business and leave that as something for them to fall back on as I support them in the endeavors that they want to do, because my oldest son is an aspiring barber. I taught him how to cut hair when he was 11. My 16-year-old, he's an artist. He draws awesome pictures. And then my 10-year-old, he's a master at the building. So it's like focusing on helping them get their goals where they want them to be, so they can prepare for their future and make sure the catering business is what it needs to be, so they can keep that going as well.
As hard as everything was that we went through, you know, I can look back and just be so happy now that I stuck it out, and I honestly wouldn't do anything differently. And I'm actually quite thankful for the hard things that we went through, because it made us who we are now. And I have this bright future ahead of me and for my girls too. And I'm so thankful that they got to be a part of this program with the Single Mom Scholar Group. and just get to see how hard we all work together. And now they're going to take that with them into their futures, and they're going to be strong women for it too.
To my hopes and dreams for the future, I would like to get a good paying job, contribute to society, maybe continue doing volunteer work out in the community, but eventually, maybe 15, 20 years down the road, have a little house on a little chunk of land, maybe have some type of like animal rescue or something like that, but just to be content. I would love for my daughter to be content and happy, and I would like for her to see the progress that I've made and realize that she can do that for herself as well.